how did you say to go back or to return?
回去，
Say, to go back to America.
回美国去，
So how might you ask, to go back where? Meaning, where are you going back to?
回哪儿去？回哪儿去？
Now, how did you say to go up, meaning to go upstairs?
上去，
Now remember, shang meant up, but it also meant in the direction of. So, still using shang, how might you say to go where? Literally, in the direction of where are you going?
上哪儿去？上哪儿去？
Now this expression is rather colloquial and is similar to the English, where are you off to? As such, you would only use it with someone you know and in reference to local places or cities rather than international travel. Ask, where are you off to?
你上哪儿去？你上哪儿去？
Listen to the word for hospital.
医院，医院，医院，医院。
First tone E means medical, and the fourth tone yuan means courtyard or compound, so it's a bit like medical compound. Say, I'm off to the hospital.
我上医院去。我上医院去。
And now, without using shang, say normally, I will go to the hospital.
我要去医院。
Cinema or movie theatre is movie compound. How might you say that?
电影院，电影院，电影院。
Ask again, where are you off to?
你上哪儿去？
So, how might you ask, where did you get to? Or, where have you been?
你上哪儿去了？你上哪儿去了？
Say, we went to the movies.
我们去电影院了。我们去电影院了。
How would you say, he works in a hospital?
他在医院工作。他在医院工作。
What was the word for student?
学生。
学 meant to study, and sheng meant life or perhaps practitioner there. Now again, what was the word for hospital?
医院。
So, can you take a guess at how you would say doctor?
医生。医生。医生。
Say, she's a doctor, she works at the hospital.
他是医生，他在医院工作。他是医生，他在医院工作。
And how did you say, I'm on the road outside?
我在外面的路上。我在外面的路上。
How did you say, where are you off to?
你上哪儿去？
And what about, where are you returning to?
你回哪儿去？
Now, just like with 你想哪去, using 哪 with 回 is only done when asking about local destinations, not international ones. For example, after work, you might use it to ask where your colleague is heading, meaning, today, are you returning to your place or your parents' place? What were the words for Mandarin and Chinese?
汉语、中文、
And what about student and doctor?
学生、医生、
And hospital and movie theatre?
医院、电影院。
How would you say, we would like to order?
我们想点菜。
And now, I'll go to work.
我要去工作。我要去工作。
Now, 工作 is a very general term and just means to work. But in English, if you said, I'm off to work, you would usually be referring to your daily 9 to 5, as opposed to some side project you might be working on. Mandarin has this distinction too, and if you want to emphasize you're referring to a normal day's work as opposed to work in general, you can say
上班。上班。上班。上班。
That's fourth tone shang, meaning on, and first tone ban, meaning class, duty, or shift. So using this, say, I'll go to work.
我要去上班 or 我要上班。
Shangban is a very common expression and is perhaps similar in meaning to the English phrase to clock on. You can see it's still a verb as the chu is optional, but it's associated more with the daily 9 to 5 than the more generic term 工作. And how did you say, I want to get on the net, or I want to go online?
我要上网。
So you can see, shang is frequently combined with any relevant noun to mean to get on, or to board, or to start. Ask, what time do you start work? Or what time do you clock on?
你什么时候上班？你什么时候上班？
Now, take a guess at how you would say to clock off or to get off work.
下班。下班。
How would you express, I start at 9 and get off at 6?
我9点上班，6点下班。我9点上班，6点下班。
By the way, if you use the word for and, 和 there, you would be wrong. Remember, you can only use 和 with two nouns, for example, apples and oranges, but not with two verbs, like to start and to stop. Ask, do you work at the hospital?
你在医院工作吗？你在医院工作吗？
Reply, yes, I'm a doctor.
对，我是医生。对，我是医生。
How did you ask, who is he?
他是谁？
How would you ask, is he British or American?
他是英国人还是美国人？他是英国人还是美国人？
But how would you offer some options and say, you can read a book or watch a movie?
你可以看书或者看电影。
So remember, 或者 was used for making statements or listing options. But how did you say, I don't know if this is his or mine?
我不知道这是他的还是我的。我不知道这是他的还是我的。
Here, a question was implied within the statement, and so you still used 还是. What was the full word for to speak?
说话。
How did you say, make a phone call?
打电话。打电话。
And they're on a call? Literally, they're calling.
他们在打电话。他们在打电话。
Say, I'm going to give the movie theatre a call.
我要给电影院打电话。我要给电影院打电话。
Say, I don't want to watch TV.
我不要看电视。
Ask, do you have a computer?
你有电脑吗？
Say, I start work at 8.
我8点上班。我8点上班。
How would you say, after I get off work?
我下班以后。or 我下班后。
Ask, after you get off work, do you want to go together to watch a movie?
你下班后要一起去看电影吗？ or 你下班后要不要一起去看电影？
Ask, will your younger brother come too?
你弟弟也来吗？你弟弟也来吗？
Say, he can't come in the afternoon.
他下午不能来。or 他下午不可以来。
Listen to the word for to attend class or go to lessons.
上课。上课。上课。
That 课 is fourth tone and literally means class or lesson. Say, he goes to class in the afternoon.
他下午上课。or 他下午去上课。
Say, I go to work in the morning.
我早上上班。or 我早上去上班。
Say, well, let's go in the evening then.
那我们晚上去吧。
Now, how did you ask, what are you eating?
你在吃什么？ or 你在吃什么饭？
So, how might you ask, what class is he attending?
他上什么课？他上什么课？
Now, if you included 在 there, that would imply that he is right now attending the class. But since you're talking about attending over a period of time, it's better to leave it off. Also, notice that while you can leave the fan off and just say 你在吃什么, you can't leave the 课 off and say 你上什么, because 上 on its own could mean anything, and it's the 课 that lets you know we're talking about classes. Take a guess at how you would say, he's taking a Chinese class.
他上中文课。他上中文课。
Again, if you included 在, you would imply he's in the class right now, as opposed to he signed up for the class. Say, his older sister is a doctor. She works at the hospital.
他姐姐是医生。她在医院工作。他姐姐是医生。她在医院工作。
Say your home or your house.
你家 or 你的家。
Say outside your house.
你家外面 or 你的家外面。
Say the road outside your house.
你家外面的路。
Say, I'm on the road outside your house.
我在你家外面的路上。
And now say, I'll wait for you on the road outside your house.
我在你家外面的路上等你。我在你家外面的路上等你。
Now, while that sentence is quite long and admittedly contrived, its parts are relatively simple. You have subject, 我, the where, 在你家外面的路上, and verb object, 等你. And it can mean both I am waiting or I will wait, depending on the context. If you wanted to make it clearer either way, you could use 现在 for now, or 会 or 要 for will. How would you say, I'm waiting for you now?
我现在在等你。我现在在等你。
And what about he and I?
他和我。
Say, we need to go to class.
我们需要去上课。我们需要去上课。
How would you say, my younger sister is at the hospital?
我妹妹在医院。我妹妹在医院。
Now, in Chinese, that just means she is at the hospital. If you want to say she's in hospital, meaning she's being looked after, you would need to say she's residing in hospital. How did you say, I live in Beijing, or I reside in Beijing?
我住在北京。
Listen to, she resides in hospital.
她住院了。她住院了。她住院了。
So it's the same, 住, and the e has been dropped from 医院. 住院 is a fixed term meaning to reside in hospital or to have been hospitalized. For this reason, 在 is also left off. Hopefully, you're used to Chinese dropping characters to form expressions by now, so the egregiousness of this contraction doesn't shock you too much. Finally, le is used because her being in hospital is hopefully not a permanent thing, so you're indicating a change of state rather than a permanent location. So say again, my younger sister is in hospital, meaning she's receiving treatment.
妹妹住院了。
Say, I went to visit her the day before last.
我前天去看她。我前天去看她。
Say, when I get off work today, I'm also going to see her.
我今天下班后也要去看她。我今天下班后也要去看她。
Say, but I still haven't finished my work.
但是我还没有完成我的工作。Or, 但我还没做完我的工作。
Say, I really want to go and see her, but I have no time.
我很想去看她，但我没有时间。我很想去看她，但我没有时间。
Ask, what time do you start work tomorrow?
你明天几点上班？你明天几点上班？
How might you say, I don't work tomorrow?
我明天不上班。我明天不上班。
Now, said in that way, it suggests you do actually have work, but you're skipping it. If you wanted to be clearer, you can say, I don't need to work tomorrow. Say that.
我明天不需要上班。我明天不需要上班。
Say, I don't need to work tomorrow, but in the afternoon I have class.
我明天不需要上班，但我下午有课。Or, 我明天不需要上班，但我下午要上课。
Say, well, go and visit her in the morning.
那你早上去看她吧。Or, 那你上午去看她吧。那你早上去看她吧。Or, 那你上午去看她吧。